Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The city of Detroit can't control the levels of Lake St. Clair, but they can build a team to try to prevent flooding in the Jefferson-Chalmers neighborhood. I'll have details next.
A very dangerous Detroit convict back behind bars tonight, facing the possibility of 15 more years in prison for a particularly terrible sex assault. Christopher Darnell Moore of Detroit sits in the Wayne County Jail tonight.
Alleged to have sexually assaulted a 67-year-old woman in a Romulus apartment complex. Those apartments along Wayne Road near Goddard, just west of the airport.
Local 4's Rob Maloney live tonight with new information on Moore's criminal history and how he was captured. Good evening, Rod.
Yeah, good evening, Karen. We're going to give you a unique perspective. This is the apartment complex where the assault happened on the woman, the elderly woman, who has diminished capacity, let's put it that way. In the meantime, take a look across the street. You can see new construction over here. That's a new courthouse. Well, just behind it is the old courthouse, 34th District Court, 34th District Court. And that is where Moore was arraigned today. 39-year-old Christopher Darnell Moore appeared by video today in the 34th District Court. He's behind bars on a $500,000 cash bond assigned by Magistrate Lisa Martin. Here's Moore's booking photo, and it turns out, police say, pictures of Moore made this case. Let's start with these. On June 30th, just after noontime, police say Moore showed up at the apartment complex wearing a suit, pink shirt, tie, and pocket square, looking official. He didn't know that the complex's security cameras snapped these pictures of him. Police say Moore disguised himself as an official from a senior citizens organization offering to help a 67-year-old woman. She let him in her apartment, and police claim he raped her and quickly left. Once the woman reported the attack, police started talking to residents in the apartment complex, but also checked with the Michigan Department of Corrections. Lo and behold, MDOC matched Moore's surveillance photo with this photo in the Corrections Department system. They had a match. Romulus police arrested Moore, and the prosecutor's office charged him with third-degree criminal sexual conduct. But records show that Moore is no stranger to this kind of brutal sexual assault. His MDOC record shows he was convicted on more than a dozen counts of criminal sexual conduct on children under the age of 13 and received 15 years in prison back in 2004. He's been out on parole since March of 2018. We just received some new information that changes that information a little bit. In that, it turns out the Michigan Department of Corrections says that Moore was on a tether, a GPS tether, while he was out on parole. When they saw his picture, they went back and looked at his GPS tracking, and they claim that it tracked him right to this building exactly at the time of the attack. So MDOC officers went and kicked in the door on Moore's home and arrested him. He is now looking at a trial here very soon. Back to you.
All right, you say trial. When is he due back in court then, Rod?
The probable cause on the 24th, preliminary on the 29th. We may get even more information about how this all went about and how it all came about.
Obviously, we'll be following this very closely. Thank you, Rod.
As promised, it is a hot one and muggy to boot.
Muggy to boot.
Yes.
I like that. It's pretty sticky and yucky out there, Ben.
The humidity went up today, Karen and Devin, and it is more than noticeable. The other thing that we're concerned about is a storm threat. We're under a marginal risk for severe weather, and there is bupkis out there right now, which I don't think anybody is overly concerned with. Alpina showing that there are some thunderstorms up there, but at least in southeast Michigan, the coast is clear. There is still a possibility, albeit a very small one, that we could see a thunderstorm pop up, and anything that does show up could turn severe pretty quickly. So we got to keep our eyes out at least through the early part of the overnight until the cold front starts rolling through a little bit closer to daylight on Thursday morning. So moving on to the wind speeds, they're coming out of the south, which is good news for folks on the east side that have been experiencing those high lake levels and that repeated lakeshore flooding. Lake levels right now 31 and 33 inches above average on the east side, and it looks like it could get worse before it gets better. These are beating those 1986 record levels. So these numbers obviously unprecedented, and usually this is that time of year where the lakes start to go down. but this is not the case this year. There still may be some rising, at least on Lake St. Clair, so we got to watch it pretty closely.
Still waiting to get to the high water mark for the summer, which is everybody's mostly saying, look, this is high enough.
Right, and the later it gets, the less of a drop we're going to see before
when
next
year comes around the next time. Exactly right. And the city of Detroit really trying right now to take no chances when it comes to this emergency order to work on some of this flooding.
So we have to wonder exactly what does that entail. So let's bring in Jamie Edmonds, and she joins us with that part of the story. Jamie.
Karen, we're in the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood where flooding has been a problem really since May. We picked this spot to sort of show you how high the water is in these canals. Look, it's almost to the stairs of that house that was a porch of some sort with a table and chairs, no longer, at least for right now. Now, back in May, it was a volunteer effort to fill sandbags, try and fortify some of these seawalls. Didn't really work, obviously, and now the city is stepping in. Since the first breach in May, water has been flowing through the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood. Slow at times, fast in others.
It's coming up all over my property, in my garage. My whole backyard is flooded. It's coming into my home. And I do have a sunk pump, but it's coming in faster than I just can't accommodate it.
Wilma Clark Price lives on Lakewood, one of the hardest hit streets. Due to historic water levels on Lake St. Clair and the Detroit River, she has water in her home, so does her son, so do her neighbors.
I've lived for over 25 years, and this is the most that I've seen the levels this high.
After monitoring the situation for weeks, the city of Detroit today issued an emergency order.
We're bagging up, about 100,000 sandbags.
60 workers, 70 contractors, bagging sand and fortifying seawalls. This will not only alleviate the flooding problem, but also lighten the load of an overworked storm system.
We have to shut the water off so to give the system some relief.
For Price, it's about loss of property, yes, but it's also about the health of her loved ones.
My son and my granddaughter are breathing that mold, that air. It's not really a livable situation right now.
Yes, so neighbors are really worried about this entire situation, about their health, about their property. They see this as a temporary fix. They'd love for seawalls like this one to be built up permanently. Now, this one's higher than the one we just showed you, so this house has not been flooded yet. But again, they're looking for a more permanent solution. But for now, they're happy to see the city coming in here and doing something. Karen, Devin, back to you.
Well, Jamie, obviously a serious business situation here. Emergency order installed. Neighbors, are they going to be fined if they remove the sandbags?
Absolutely. They needed the emergency order so they could go on private property. Now, if it's your house and you try and move some of these sandbags, it could be a $500 ticket. It could be a misdemeanor and jail time. The city is very serious about this.
All right. Thank you very much, Jamie.
Labor Secretary Lee Iacocca vigorously defending his handling of the 2008 plea deal with billionaire sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The goal here was straightforward. Put Epstein behind bars, ensured he registered as a sexual offender, provide victims with the means to seek restitution, and protect the public by putting them on notice that a sexual predator was in their midst.
This comes as pressure mounts for Acosta to step down over that deal. He was a prosecutor when he signed off on the deal for the billionaire. Many have referred to it as basically a slap on the wrist, given the charges. Epstein is in a New York jail now, charged with a new round of sex trafficking and abusing young girls charges.
An Ypsilanti father is charged after he allegedly left his young children in a hot car while he got a haircut and had a photo shoot. Coleon Prescott appeared in front of the judge via video. Police say the 5-year-old and 8-month-old children required medical attention after being left in that hot car for 2 hours Monday. Prescott was given personal bond. He's scheduled to be in court July 31st.
In Bloomfield Hills today, the funeral and final goodbye for automotive icon Lee Iacocca.
We knew that all of us have been given a life. No one else has our version. But for decades, Lee's feet and hands moved mountains while he was here on this earth.
Boy, he did that. Iacocca's funeral held at St. Hugo of the Hills Church, where his long, colorful, successful life was well remembered, well known for so many accomplishments in the auto industry, so integral in Ford coming up with a Mustang, steering Chrysler through a lot of financial turbulence. Iacocca's daughter spoke about her father's legacy and also his personal impact on others.
There was no doubt that he experienced an incredible amount, and he lived every day in the moment and to the fullest. Every interaction mattered. Every person had value.
Iacocca was buried at Whitechapel Cemetery in Troy. Of course, he died last week in California from complications of Parkinson's disease at the age of 94.
New information tonight after a car loses control and slams into a building. Take a look. It happened on Telegraph Road and 10 Mile in Southfield. We're told the car hit the building this morning, then caught on fire. A female driver was removed from the vehicle. Police tell us she is stable this evening, but we don't know what caused the crash. Coco McAboy has a look at what witnesses are saying.
You can see crews boarded up the side of the building after it was heavily damaged in the crash, and witnesses say the woman's car flew into the building and they rushed to help her. A dramatic crash on Telegraph and 10 Mile Road, sparking a fire and leading to an alarming wake-up call for Nick Frank.
Pretty much almost had a heart attack in my bed this morning.
Frank saw his business, Norman's Jewelry and Loan, on the news with a gaping hole in the side of the store.
I saw smoke on the cameras and I thought, oh man, this is it. Someone broke in and sprayed our cameras to try and steal stuff, but looks like it's a lot worse than that.
Instead, a 34-year-old woman lost control of her car and landed in the side of the building.
The guardrail doesn't even look like it was touched. She went over that guardrail.
Barry Balbez is one of the neighboring business owners who ran over to the scene.
So we were feverishly trying to get her out, thinking that maybe that car was going to start on fire.
They did all they could before firefighters took over.
So we were trying to open the trunk, we were trying to open the side doors and try to pull her to the back of the vehicle. Couldn't get her through.
Fire crews shattered the front doors of the store to rescue the woman from her car. And as she recovers from her injuries, the cleanup process begins. I'm Coco McAboy, Local 4.
All right, Coco. Still ahead, all over this dog, you'll see evidence of cruel treatment by humans. But she's getting top-notch care now, thanks to something only one vet in the state has on hand. We'll show you that coming up at 5:30.
Plus, this is the officer you wanted to have pull you over if you were a young driver in the Lansing area. He's now retired and revealing what he used to give out instead of speeding tickets. We'll be right back.